Good morning, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. Rope Monster here. Thank you for stopping in. So I'm really excited about today's video for two reasons. One, I finally have a new audio setup, so it is pretty windy today and I'm able to film today with basically no wind noise coming through, no clipping on the audio. For those of you interested in hearing more about the audio setup I'm using, definitely ask me about it in the comments below. I would be happy to answer any questions. And then secondly, I'm excited about today's video in a big way because we're gonna go visit the man who makes the best food in Playa del Carmen. And this video is for carnivores, meat lovers, but also vegetarians. This guy's got it all. And stick around to the end of the video to see what this thing looks like on my plate and find out how much it costs. But it just so happens that what I view as the best food in Playa del Carmen is actually consistently the cheapest meal I get in town as well, which is, it's hard to believe. But stick around to the end of the video to see the price on this thing and see what it looks like. And so I started the video on 5th Avenue here so you guys have kind of a reference point. This is the Hard Rock Cafe and this is 4th Street. And when we get to 2nd, so we're walking south right now, when we get to 2nd, we're gonna take a right. And we're gonna basically walk east 5 blocks. And I started the video here so I can show you guys how to get to this spot from 5th Avenue. Now, I was lucky enough to find this place my first day here. Anytime I get to a new place, first thing I do is look for food and shelter naturally. So I was actually out looking for a hostel. I wasn't planning on staying in Playa del Carmen at all. I got here and then I thought this is pretty nice. So I was out looking for a hostel and I smelled this unique smell that only, let's say it can't be mimicked. And what I'm talking about is handmade tortillas. For those of you who know the difference of smell between a mass-produced tortilla versus one that's being made to order, every single order. And so, without further ado, I will tell you, we are going to check out a quesadilla spot. And the way I found this place on my first day here was the smell of the handmade tortilla. I could smell it from 2 blocks away, and I just followed my nose and I found it. And I've been coming back ever since, to the point where me and the owner are actually friends now. We have each other's WhatsApp. I did not tell him I was coming today. We talked about doing a video, and but I wanted it to be completely organic and just kind of show up. And so hopefully Jorge is cool with that. So now we're on 2nd Street, walking east, and we're crossing 10th now. And 5th Avenue is now there behind us. So let's not get hit by these taxis. All right. Hey, hola YouTube. So far it looks like the new audio is doing really well. We've had a few wind gusts that would have really spoiled the audio if I didn't have this new setup. So I could barely sleep last night. I got this thing from Amazon.mx in the evening, and then I took the box to bed with me and was just kind of like looking at it, building up the anticipation, and finally I opened it. The problem is, I know I was gonna wait to open it till morning, The problem is I know once I open something like that, I'm not gonna sleep till I have every bit of it figured out. And that's what happened. I was up till 2:30 in the morning downloading the app to use this, charging the receiver and the transmitter. And so you guys can tell I was super excited and anxious to film this video, but I was waiting to have the audio. But hopefully that excitement comes through for you guys and you can feel it. And I just wanted to say thanks again for joining me on this little excursion, this food Easter egg hunt, if you will. And if you like the content, please drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. It means the world to me. See, these spots here smell pretty good, but you can tell, you can smell the tortilla, and you can tell that these are not handmade tortillas. And I've eaten at these spots, nothing against them, but they're just nothing special to me. So when I eat in Playa del Carmen or anywhere in Mexico, I'm always looking for a certain experience. I want it to taste as if my friend's grandmother cooked it for me, or grandfather, or parents. And there are plenty of places like that to be found here in Playa. And another reason I wanted to do this video is that people constantly talk about how expensive Playa del Carmen is. And while that's true, this is one of the most expensive destinations in Mexico. There are still places to get high quality food for very cheap. Like I said, stick around to the end of the video. It might shock you how much this thing, or how little this quesadilla actually costs. And usually I only eat one. And I'm good. If I eat two, it's almost too much food. So we're almost there. And let's see how busy Jorge is right now. Hopefully he's got a little time for us. So we're still on 2nd Street, and this is 25th, and we have arrived. And you will see this Donatello Ninja Turtle here, and it says Quesadillas. Jorge! Hola! ¿Cómo ha estado? ¿Todo bien? Pues quería grabar su proceso de hacer una quesadilla hecha a mano. So as mentioned, you've got pork, ground beef, steak, but also vegetarian options, nopales, mushrooms. And so thank goodness for this new audio, because we have buses going by, tons of noise going on. And so the vegetarian options are cactus and mushrooms. And you can see here he's throwing this tortilla on from scratch. Each order he makes the quesadilla fresh to order. So he's also got boiled eggs. And he's got my favorite part, the black beans. He's always got different bean recipes every single time. Pásale. Jorge, ¿me podría hacer una de puerco y nopal? ¿Mitad, mitad? Excelente, gracias, Jorge. So Jorge's going to make me a quesadilla with cactus and slow-cooked pork. Another thing I really like about Jorge's process is the meat is all slow-cooked. A lot of these stands will just throw the meat on the grill, chop it up, overcook it, and then spray it down with corn or soy oil to keep it from completely burning. And that's pretty unfortunate because you can really taste that cheap oil. Jorge's not using any of that. He uses queso oaxaqueño, Oaxacan cheese. He doesn't skimp on the ingredients. And look at that thing. Permíteme grabar? Look at that tortilla. So one day I got here toward closing at around 4 p.m. and he was... Para mí? Ah, yeah. So one day I got here toward closing and he was out of almost everything. And this kid got here and asked, what do you have left? And he says, almost nothing. And the local kid says, I don't care, I came for the tortilla. So literally, if it was even just tortilla and cheese, people are fine with that, because look at that tortilla right there. That quality is second to none here in Playa. And so a little close-up look at that meat. He's got the nopales, ground beef, marinated chicken, 2 varieties of pork. And here he has the calabaza, nopales. He's got the eggs. Literally, I can eat here every day and never get bored because he's got so much variety. And I do. I actually eat every time I'm on this side of town, and sometimes I make a special trip over here to eat. He's also got the salsas. He doesn't really complicate the salsas. He's got a green, a red, and then some cabbage. And so right now he's making me cactus and pork. Puerco con nopal. Yeah. Gracias, Jorge. Sí, se puede, si puedes solo decir una cosa a todo el mundo.
Claro, amigos, que cuando vengan a playa aquí van a ser bienvenidos aquí en la...
Excelente.
La 25 con 2 aquí con las quesadillas.
So Jorge says, when you come to Playa del Carmen, here you are welcome. And he wanted to make sure you know the location, 25th Avenue and 2nd. But I love his message to you all is to let you know that when you come to Playa, you're welcome here. Look at that meat.
This is the meat.
And he's already got the cheese melted on that fresh made tortilla. Look at that. And then he throws the tortilla on top of everything. Profe de quesadillas. The quesadilla professor right here. And you can see he literally makes every one of these tortillas fresh. Each order. And so, without further ado, you can see the value, you can see the quality. How much do you guys think this costs? Tell me in the comments before I tell you, how much do you think this costs here in Playa del Carmen? In dollars, in Mexican pesos? Okay, you ready for it? This quesadilla costs 35 Mexican pesos. That's just over $2. Así puedo. Excelente, mira. And it takes up the whole entire plate. And he actually just took the price from 30 pesos to 35. Gracias, Jorge. Look at that. And so for 35 pesos, or just over $2 US, you are getting a plate of food that is made with love. And without further ado, I'm gonna put some beans on this, and I'm gonna put some salsa on this, and I'm gonna grub, because I have been waiting for this all morning. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. Drop a like and let me know in the comments what you think about this quesadilla. How much should this cost? How much does this cost, or would this cost in your city? I'd be really curious to know. All right, guys, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys for stopping in. Rope Monster, out.